Hey you guys, welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, my name is Stephanie. In today's video, I wanted to do a little skincare routine for normal skin. I got a comment on one of my last videos asking me to do this, and I know the person who asked is not the only person searching for this answer. So I thought I would lend a helping hand and make this video and just help someone out. And yeah, so it's gonna be a pretty simple routine. So I wanted to pick products that were very accessible. You can get them on Amazon, Target, CVS, wherever, and all of them are pretty much at or below $20. I felt like that's a really important thing whenever you're starting out in skincare. You don't need to buy super fancy products, and you might not want to buy super fancy products. And these days you don't need to get nice results with your skin. The drugstore has amazing products, and there's no need to spend a ton of money unless you really want to. So let's get into it. Skincare is super unique for each and every person depending on your goals, how your body responds to different things. So these products are just a really great place to start. I think generally they would be safe for most people to use and not cause irritation. However, that's always something that could happen. So it's just important to pay attention to your skin. And then once you establish a good routine, that's when you can start adding in little things, like if you want to start targeting certain things like aging or dark spots, blackheads, things like that. So this is just a very base routine to start with. Okay, and I'm gonna go over each step in the order that you would use it, just so it's super clear and easy to understand. So the first thing you need to start with would be some sort of a makeup remover or an oil-based cleanser. And this will help break down any of the dirt or oil that's on your skin. So if you wear makeup, it'll help get rid of that. If you put on sunscreen, which you should be, it'll help break that down. And even if you don't, it's just really important to first break down anything that's on your face before you go in with your actual face wash. So there's two that I would really recommend. The first one is from Cozy, I think. It's only available on Amazon. I don't think you can get it at Target. But this one is really, really good. It's an oil, so it's liquid, and it's just super nice to apply to your skin. You just pump it out, and then it's super liquidy. You rub it on your face. No fragrance. It never irritated my skin at all. It doesn't burn your eyes or anything. Just rub it around your face, and it'll help, again, just break up anything that's there. If you want something that you can probably pick up at Target or CVS or Amazon also, I would recommend this. This is the CeraVe Makeup Removing Cleansing Balm, also fragrance free. This one is a balm, so as you can see, it's solid inside of there, and you just take a little bit out on your fingertips and rub it together and put it all over your face, and it'll help break up any dirt and oil. And both of them you put on dry skin, so you don't want your face to be wet when you put them on, and they wash right off with water. They don't leave any kind of an oily residue behind. So those are my two favorites. I still use this one, and yeah, really, really good. The next thing you need to go in with is some sort of a cleanser, and cleansers can be kind of tricky because there's so many different forms. There's foams, there's gels, there's normal liquid cleansers, there's hydrating cleansers, there's so many. So I think for a normal skin type, you would want to stick with something that maybe says hydrating. You don't want something that's targeted for oily skin, because that'll really strip your skin of the oil that you do have. So it would be better for you to hydrate than to strip out any moisture you have. So one that I really like is this one from La Roche-Posay. It's the Hydrating Gentle Cleanser. And I'll show you the texture. It's kind of milky and gel-like. So really hydrating, and your skin isn't left feeling stripped or dry, which is really important. You don't want any of your steps of your routine to leave you feeling that way, because as a normal skin type, you don't have a ton of extra oil to spare. So if something's stripping your skin, you might start having dry skin very easily, compared to someone who has oily skin, where they kind of have a little bit more wiggle room with a more drying product. They have a lot of oil that could be taken out. And another one that is really similar to this is from CeraVe. I'll put it right here. This one is basically the same exact thing. Same kind of milky texture, goes on really smoothly, leaves your skin feeling moisturized, and it's just a great cleanser. Another option would be the Neutrogena Hydro Boost Cleanser. This is one that I used to love so much, and now they make it fragrance free, which I think is really great. So I actually used to use this one. Sorry, that's Rose in the background. But I also used to use this one to take off makeup. So this one takes off makeup really, really well also, but I just kind of prefer like a balm or an oil because it feels softer on the skin. But you could take your makeup off with this too, and you could just use it to wash your face. So you could just use it twice if you wanted to, if you just wanted to really, really simplify it. Okay, so now we're moving on to moisturizers. So I have two to recommend to you, and the first one would be this. So this is just the Target brand, but I would recommend this or the CeraVe version of it. This is just a daily moisturizing lotion. So the big thing with CeraVe, and this one has it also, is all their products have ceramides in them. And basically what ceramides do is help to protect and maintain your skin barrier. And what that does is it keeps the moisture that's underneath it in your skin. So if you have an impaired barrier and it's like open, moisture just leaks out and all your, your skin will feel dry. So all their products help to kind of tighten up that barrier and just keep it nice and healthy, and your skin will stay hydrated. So this is a really great lotion. I use it on my body, my face, my neck. You can use it all over. So this is just a really great product and lotion to have because it has so many uses. The other one I would recommend is from the Hydro Boost line, also from Neutrogena. I really prefer the one that says it's for dry to extra dry skin, and that's coming from me who has oily skin. So I think with normal skin, you would really like this one. It's a gel texture, but sometimes gels can leave you feeling like there's nothing on your skin, and this one specifically makes you still feel hydrated. It doesn't dry down to nothing. You still feel like that moisture on your skin afterwards. So it's really, really good. And the one for dry to extra dry skin is fragrance free, which I think is a huge bonus. The next step would be SPF, and I know you probably hear this everywhere, but it really is so important. And it's not just so you don't get wrinkles, it's not just a superficial thing, it really is important for protecting you from skin cancer, which is most times really preventable if you just protect yourself from the sun. So I have two to recommend to you, and the first one would be this one from Beauty of Joseon. This one is a Korean sunscreen, so they use kind of newer technology that we don't use in the US. So the really cool thing about this one is it doesn't smell like sunscreen, it does not burn your eyes, and it leaves no white cast. I have like a pretty fair skin tone, so I usually don't have a problem with sunscreens leaving a white cast on me, but I know this one specifically doesn't leave a white cast even on deeper skin tones, so that's a really big bonus. I know a lot of people who have darker skin tones sometimes can't use sunscreens because of that, so if that's you, try this one. I think you'll really like it. And the huge thing that I love about this is that you can put it on your eyelids and it doesn't sting. That's another thing that I know really deters people from wearing sunscreen. It's like, oh, it's gonna get in my eyes and it's gonna burn me. I don't like the taste of it if it gets on my lips, but you really will not deal with any of that with this sunscreen. So it's amazing. This one unfortunately is not available at Target or CVS. You would have to get it on Amazon, or I got mine on Yes Style. So if you're wanting something that you can just grab at like even the grocery store probably, try the Sunbum SPF 70 facial sunscreen. This one is really good as well. It's not super greasy, but I would say this one is a lot more lightweight. So you might like something like this more so in the summer, whereas the Sunbum one might be better for winter time. Okay, and the last step of your routine would be a retinol. So this Naturium Retinol Complex would be a really great place to start. It's a really good beginner retinol. It's what I started with years ago. It doesn't dry out your skin like a normal prescription grade retinol can. Retinols are great for anti-aging. There's so much research about them. You can just type in retinol for anti-aging and find tons and tons of research. SPF and retinol are really like the only two products in skincare that there's like decades of proven like research showing how effective they are. So it's really good to start using one as early as possible. Okay, and a little bonus step, I wanted to include this just because it's just a good tip. I'm sure everyone kind of knows this, but I wanted to be all encompassing in this video. So I wanted to include Aquaphor. Aquaphor is really great as like a chapstick on your lips. So you can slather this on your lips at night and it'll leave your lips super duper hydrated in the morning. This is an ointment, and what an ointment does is it forms a barrier over your skin to lock in the hydration. So usually the air will naturally just pull the moisture out of your skin. So by having something like an ointment over top of it, all that hydration that would usually be lost at night while you're sleeping stays in there. So you wake up with really nice and hydrated lips. So I just wanted to include that in there as like a little bonus because your lips are part of your skin. So I think it's important to mention that. Okay, and that's your skincare routine. So it really doesn't have to be anything elaborate or overly complex or something that even takes more than a couple minutes out of your day. The more you get comfortable with your skincare routine and start paying attention to your skin and seeing maybe other needs you have, you can add in things like a vitamin C. I really love this one from CeraVe. I noticed a huge difference in my dark spots with that one, so I think it's really, really great. So if you aren't currently using like anything and you really don't have a skincare routine, I would say start with something like this. Try it out for about 6 weeks. Skincare products aren't going to make a difference in a few days. Usually it needs a little bit longer, so I would say at least 6 weeks. Check in, see where your skin's at. If you feel like, okay, this isn't really working for me, maybe then start trying something else. But the big thing is you don't want to switch up your products too often because then you're not going to know what's causing irritation, and just like all the different things might just be overwhelming your skin. So you really want to just let everything work for a while before changing it up. As the seasons change, your skin will change too. So for example, in the summertime, you might prefer to use the Hydro Boost gel over the CeraVe lotion, just because the gel is a little bit lighter weight and won't feel so heavy on your face. And then as you move into cooler months, your skin might just be feeling like it's needing a little bit more, so maybe a lotion would be better. Okay, you guys, thank you so much for watching this video. I really hope it was helpful and informative. If you have any other questions related to your skincare routine, feel free to leave them below and I will do my best to answer and help you out. Again, thank you so much for watching, and I hope you'll come back for my next one. Bye.